Hello friends, in this video let us get to know about run charts, which is used as a quality tool. So here in this, a run chart is a graphical representation tool which displays data in the order that they occur and shows a characteristics of a process under progress. That is, in terms simplest words we can term it as it represents a sequence of different operations within a process. So second point is run chart can be used in implementation of total quality management in the company. You will get to know why this is used in total quality management once we get to know the characteristics and the actual run chart phenomenon. So third point is run chart is helpful in understanding the trends and alterations in a process or variation over time. It's obvious that once we get to know the process flow clearly, then if there are any variations, we will get to know the alterations or variations using the trends or trend variations. And next point is in a run chart, events are indicated on y-axis and are graphed against a time period on x-axis. So the next point is steps involved in construction of a run chart. So let us see these points one by one. First one will be decide what to measure. So it's obvious now if you want to measure some parts produced in particular amount of period of time, or if you want to see how many quality checks of a product have been sequentially followed, then you have to collect the relevant data if you want to measure the same. Again, collecting relevant data means it is again related to the first point, that is in that you collected or decided what to be measured, and in the second point you are collecting the data related to what you wanted to measure. Next point is organizing data, that is you might have loads of amount of data collected, but you will get to know, or you can map each data only once if you are clear with the all the collected data, and that can only be done by uh, clearly organizing the data according to the process flow. The next point is drawing the graph. This is the actual run chart process which we will be doing here. And the next point is analysis and interpreting the data. Once if you see the graphical arrangement of different data sets plotted, then you can easily get to know the variations or any trends that are happening within the graph, so that you can analyze and interpret the data. So how to tell whether shift or trend or pattern occurs? See, this can be said only if you are having at least 22 data points on a graph. That is, if you need a minimum of 22 points for analysis, so that if the data are more means you can observe a trend within a graph. Otherwise what will happen, the you less data means it will not be of much worth to be analyzed. Again, after considering the minimum 22 points, if we want to get to know where shift occurs, then we should see the conditions that if 8 or more consecutive points fall on one side of a center line, which indicate a special cause may have influenced the process under the progress. Points on the average line are not considered. That is, if the points are exactly pointed or are reflected on the mean line or the average line drawn within the graph, are not considered for this shift study. Then the second point is trends. If six consecutive jumps in the same direction are indicated, then a special cause may have acted on the process to cause a trend. So we have to go and see what is that because of which this special cause has been caused within a process flow. In this case, in the trend condition, flat line segments are not taken into account. Okay, then the last thing is pattern. If a pattern that recurs 8 or more times in a row, then one must look for a special cause. That is, if 8 points are repeatedly recurring, that means some collective happenings which are very much not clear to or which are not much properly synchronized with the process can be imagined. So we have to see for the points or the defects within the process which are causing this data to be occurred within the process. So thank you for watching this video.